Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas, as we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Broomstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And he stopped with the 18. Returner tried to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Press coverage now from these DBs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. First play taken, a deep shot. It's caught inside the 30 and still going. Touchdown, Florida. As they claim the lead in this playoff game.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Off to the left. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So the running play stopped on first down, brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to sell out and bring the pressure.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Gotta have your pass protection quarter in this play. Back to pass. It's Morton. And he finds his tight end for the catch. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to a 49.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. On play action, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. He's got it in the open. They drag him down after a big game. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Red Raiders offense is on the move now. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Toss play. Back heads to his right. He shreds the tackle. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Hawkins. And he's tackled at the 25. Same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Contact as he let the ball go. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Gators.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. The PAT is good. They go over touchdown, 14-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game
It's Morton. Caught behind the line. It's Junior. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to 34.
Well, this is a great job by the offense here of spreading out the defense, creating those vertical seams. But you could almost feel the quarterback once he got this defense spread out. He had his eyes on one guy, his receiver, the receiver that can fly. Nice throw and another big gain.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Has the first down and more. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trap. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the quarterback keeps it here. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it. Big positive yards and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
Great start for this offense. 3 plays and suddenly it's a 1st and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So we'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Morton. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball out to the 36.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Pulls it in. It's Douglas. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What's been all passing all the time on this drive. This guy's 5 for 5, and now they're sitting at 1st and goal.
So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's 1st and goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Makes the read. He'll toss it to the back. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Well, that's great execution and a touchdown here for the offense. How about the poor defense? They take away the dive, they take away the quarterback, they think they have everything defended, and then he pitches it out on his last option, and they don't have anybody there to stop him from scoring a touchdown.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. They'll come up in wireless. Looking to pass here. See more offensive firepower on display, or is the defense going to step up as we head to the second quarter? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. Defense not pressing this time. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout. Florida.
Second down after that previous play. Ball handed off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, that one's picked off.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The Red Raiders trying to cash in here in the red zone. It's a toss to the left side. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Can he make it to the marker? Able to convert on 3rd. Sets up 1st and goal at the 8.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The Red Raiders line it up with 1st and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming.
And they come up 2 yards from the goal line. Can they punch it in here on 3rd down? The running back here on a direct snap. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They get nothing in the first down run. Brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 20. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. They pressure him and get him. A loss back to the 7-yard line.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And it's taken right on the midfield logo. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And the back now goes in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Carter. He make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Caught over the middle. It's Joyner. Brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Short throw complete to the tight end. Has a path to the end zone. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Tech. And a touchdown to the big tight end. We're seeing it more and more on Saturdays and Sundays, Kurt.
Well, the tight end saying, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget I'm a pretty good player, too. All the attention being put on the wide receivers out on the perimeter. It makes this defense have to focus on the interior, making sure where that tight end is and trying to slow him down.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to throw it away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Defense showing blitz here. The DB is backing off from the line now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He slams right into the wall. They got him for a loss.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Swarm to the pass rush. I mean, that's a... Sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The Gators will line up to boot it away. That's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. See if he can make a play on this return. Coverage seam brings down the returner.
And your Texas Tech Red Raiders will take over. 1st and 10.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Now moving the receiver now before the snap. Back to throw. It's Morton. Running back grabs it on the screen. He's got the 40. In the throw, running into the secondary. He make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. The senior calls his own number. Picks up the 1st down. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. The distance will be 23 yards, a chip shot. Nice that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 27-yard line. He's in return. Here before halftime. Dropping back, it's Lagway. With the catch, it's Sturdivant. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Texas Tech 31, Florida 21.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Same tailback, another carry. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. We have lost him.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Defensive coordinator looking to bring some pressure. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A deep shot to the right. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
The Gators bring their punt team onto the field. And he takes it around the 20. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
And for Texas Tech, Red Raiders will take over. First and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Pitch to the back. Great cut there. Defense has got him, but that wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now here's the toss play. Picks up 3 yards, so second and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Back to throw. It's Morton. Grabbed by the receiver. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive moving. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Toss play, running right. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. quarterback's got it again. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Can they convert on third down and keep this drive rolling? To the air, it's Morton. The short completion to the tight end. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with a lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Meyers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score. Texas Tech 38, Florida 21.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He's tackled at the 17, so it'll be better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Always looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Lagway. They'll bring him down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. They'll run it here. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Quarterback still with the football. Defense stops it short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. yards.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Sturdivant. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The Gators come to the line to run the hurry-up. Try and muscle for the first down. And they convert on third. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Gators have 1st and 10 here. Toss play to the outside. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
To throw, it's Lagway. Both run tackled, but couldn't escape. Drop for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here comes 3rd and long. Trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Truman clock with the running game. Muscles past the defender. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. To the air, it's Morton. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game, and why is he throwing the football?
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Now, fourth down.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. After the miss, it remains a 17-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. First down. Looking to throw the football. Hit as he releases it.
It's been a rough night for this offense and this poor quarterback. Took a shot there as he released the ball, and the defense is just teeing off on it here late in these obvious drop-back situations.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. No press here. The defense backing away. Throwing off play action. They escaped one tackler, couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I didn't expect this. This quarterback is outstanding, but they have pressured him all game long, and they got to him again.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Contact as he threw it. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. Pounding away with the run game. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seem to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
And the Red Raiders looking to cash in this red zone trip. Now here's the toss play. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Well, another nice run by this running back, and he's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? It's a keeper. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
The Red Raiders hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Touchdown, Texas Tech. They are pouring it on now.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Florida offense will take over first and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. The D coordinator showing heavy blitz pre-snap. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. And timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game. In the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.